Hello and welcome back to Banished. I'm in D-War and it has been literally 5 seconds because I am panicking and I want to get this resolved. So I'm doing 2 episodes for 1 today. They will be interspaced with my endless space though, so don't lynch me. I'm literally down to the bare bones. Oh no, right, so we've lost a forester. Yeah, actually I could cut down on foresters. How are we doing on wood? We're doing okay on wood. We'll have them. We'll have them. I don't know where else to pull people from. I mean, I want these fishing huts full. The second they come online, I want them full. There's only one place I can think to pull people from, and that's my student pool. I'll be uneducated, but I'll have the people. $136 and 93, so that's gonna beat the 200 limit on there. Right, I'm gonna have to empty my student pool. 40 students, there they come. But it's giving me the people back. You know, I've suddenly got 40 adults, so I can get back up on foresters. Oops. Herbalists. I mean, the farms are just coming in now, look. And I'm still out of food. But when you compare that, you know, that 1,600, 1,500, we'll go to a gatherer. Forester, gatherer. Well, we'll compare it to that first. That's like 720. That's done pitiful this season. Unless it pulls it all in winter. And the gatherer's hut. At least, what we're looking at there, 5, 10, 15, 20 this season. I'm not even finished yet, but this has, so we'll count it from there. But it brings in slightly more food actually, not... That seems to be doing a lot better than I remember it doing. Farming might be not too bad then. But we've got another fishers. That's gonna start getting built soon. And I'm still losing people to starvation. Probably build all fishing huts down here. Fish, it's not the brilliant food source. I shouldn't pick that as an example. Bringing in like 800. 600 to 800. And they do need to be spaced. Because that's its catchment area. If I just drag that down there. That's its catchment area, so, you know. You need to space them out a bit along the river. That corner there isn't going to be so good. And this one here is built way too close to this one. However, I've done that on purpose because I wanted to show just how bad that can be if you stack them all on top of each other. And if it turns out, you know, there isn't actually a problem doing that. I've had problems in the past doing that, but if I can prove to you guys that there's a problem, then I dispel my own myths. or reinforce them. If I can't prove, then you know I can really hammer some places in there. Don't need them, thank you. Like I could literally go to food. You know, I could go. I can even get a fishing dock down, fishing dock, fishing dock, fishing. You know, really just have a ton of fishing docks, a ton of houses, a market, a bit of a gatherer's hut, a bit of a woodcutter's hut, and that's this entire island kind of done. Lots of mines back here, or blacksmithing, maybe a couple of quarries as well. But there'll just be fishing huts all along here, all along here. And you know, I'll even put them on this side if there's no penalty. So these two fishing docks are going to be what I'm comparing to this one. Seems to be my better of these two, I think. Oh no, that one is. Assuming of course this actually gets built. Still waiting on stone. No new houses, no new population booms. We're going to slow right down. Need food. And also, I can't really expand this area without destroying either this community here and moving it down a bit more. I've got a bit of farming space, or this community here and moving that nowhere really. Although all that could be farming. I might destroy that and just turn that all into farming. It'd be a bit higgledy-piggledy to get it all in. Got a few mines along here and here. Mining back here. Don't know what to do with all this area. Jump over here. I hate these like outcrops. I wish you could kind of terraform the land. The only terraforming in the land that I've ever seen is this quarry. And I mean that one's nearly empty and then I can't do anything with that huge space. It's gone. Them here. I've tried to be as careful as I can with where I've placed them, so not much I can do about that. Could I get another mine along here? Well, I can't now anyhow. No. But that's not too bad on space, I suppose. I can fit something back there, but I think I'll just leave it. Can't believe I filled my graveyard up. That's kind of bummed me out a bit. So I was turning out all my students, so I've got labourers. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my only option. Look at my education though. No more nomads, please. Go back to population. The Great Starvation Death. There's only that jump there in adults. I don't know what that jump there in population is. It must be people having children because there's so much starvation and we can obviously feed children. Let's go back to the glory days. 10 years ago? 12 years ago? Can't believe I've been playing this game for theoretically 50 years. There's our first starvation period, look. "13 frames per second. I need a new processor. So only, I mean the problem is, if people are dying of old age as well, when the new fishermen move in, they don't know where the best spots are, blah blah blah, so all your buildings suffer, you know, an experience penalty, as far as I can tell. So, it's a bit, it is spring, but it's a little unfair to let this one have a head start, so we'll minus 64 from this number here, when comparing. And these guys have to pull in about 800. That one obviously minus the 64, so that's going to be interesting. But it is also a long walk away from their houses. If I bring up this tool, you know, for this dock, we are coming from the other side of town, nearly. Them here, we're going all them houses along there, and you're kind of inside of town. It's a bit worrying, to say the least. So we've got 60 kids. That's going to be scary if they all turn into students at the same time, because that will actually max out my schoolhouses. Oh no, it won't. Yeah, that's fine. I've got 80. Looks like we'll recover slightly. Just got to remember it's minus 64 from that one. And they need to pull in around about 800. 700 will be fine, 600 is bad, 500 is awful. What is the range on that market anyhow? I could easily build another marketplace down here. Got another 1,000 firewood. Right, there we go. And I'm not going to dismiss you this time. I'm hopefully going to catch you before you leave and get some more food. For another 1,000 firewood. We'll have to wait and see about that though. My builders are out of stuff to do. But we'll go for a market. Fire? And there's no well nearby, I bet you. Oh no, there is, there's a well there. Right. I found an ingenious solution for dealing with fire. Which is gonna probably kill off a lot of my population. And do exactly what I didn't want to do. Close that for now. This way I've got the entire 184 workforce working on this fire. Which I've got running at 50 FPS just for you guys, although I only record at 30. So it's not all just, it's all my labourers, but it's my entire city. Everyone's trying to bring water to these buildings. does mean all my numbers are going to suffer. But I can't let this fire spread, really. The fire dynamics to me has always been slightly broken. Look at all them people, just a stream of people. Herbalist, hunting cabin. This is why you should have space in between them. The storage barn. I have only ever saved one building before, and that's doing this method. But it's mostly to try and stop the spread of the fire. I don't know where them guys are going, there's no jobs to do. Rebuild. So farmers, 31, 10, 20, 20, 12. Miners. Could really do with... Oh yeah, that emptied out my student pool as well because I took the teachers. That was idiotic of me. My education's going to suffer because of that, but... Never mind. So that was a herbalist gone down and hunting cabin. So we'll have 10 of them and get stuff built. And we will increase the priority on them. What was I doing down here? Market. Don't know whether to put it on this tip here. And try and catch that other side of the lake, which looks a bit dumb. If I stick it up north, all I'm going to do is catch the river. But that should give me a bit more build space, so... Yeah, go there. And... actually cancel that. Let's stick a market in this little crutch here. That can all be fields, and I can stick a tunnel through to it. I also get that other side in the marketplaces, just within the marketplace's range. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I think we'll go there instead. Build a dead road like so. So we've got 17 labourers now because I was idiotic and threw everyone at that fire, including children. What we will do is sources, get rid of all of this. Forgot about that tunnel there, look. That's going to be fun. Plus I should speed up the game again, shouldn't I? There we go. And we got it back down to 12 FPS. But look at all them labourers coming in. Our wood is going to go through the roof. Got a local storage barn. We've got one over here, which is quite far for the fish. Storage barn. I don't see much else being placed along here, so... That's the only thing that I can think that's slowing down these to a significant halt. Is they're going to have to walk a long way to dump off their fish. Whilst this one, it's got a marketplace right next to it, and you know, a storage barn right next to it, so it's got quite an easy wreck really compared to these two. Never did. Oh, it's not even full of firewood though, so doesn't matter all that much. Still trying to shift all their food. A bit of their food. But 8 labourers. I mean, these numbers are not adding up to that number. Although that number's quite weak this year round as well. And I'm blaming the storage barn, so hopefully once the storage barn's built. I mean, I really need that building first. Had to remove some trees. Some trees are grown in the storage barn space in the time it took the builders to get there. It's taken them a year to build these buildings here. That's kind of a little bit sad. I mean, food's finally in the thousands. Not very much into the thousands. I mean, that's harvesting all these crops really, and the crops are all nearly harvested, so you know, not brilliant, but it does make you go, wow. Could do with another crop down here. We've got peach, we've got apple. We don't have any alcohol. We've drunk all our alcohol. You're working on peach. Should work on apple. So, we've got 2 apple orchards. Just 1 peach, so we'll have another peach orchard, I think. Down to 5 labourers. I don't know. Just waiting for stuff to build now, aren't I? Need more stone. Need a lot more stone. Nice to see that storage barn back up. Not so nice to see chicken and eggs up there. Considering my chickens are there actually. Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected. The chickens. My little diddy pastures. Got more than enough iron knuckle though, so... Got iron. What I want to do is just redistribute the workers. So 2's in there, 4 should be in the other now. Rolling does work. Got 6 in here. I don't know what... Oh. Oh, yeah, got 6 in there. Not in there. How odd. Didn't pause it, did I? No. You should be able to work it. That's like completely nearly completely empty now by the looks of it. It should kind of like stop you allowing to work there really once. If I remember correctly. We hit the upper limit on logs, I think. Or the upper limit sign over here. Oh yeah, you're peach. No, you're peach. There we go, so we'll up that to 2,000. Still like that upper limit sign. Always, you know, start looking at knocking it up again. We had a bit of an aggressive expansion, and I'm starting to think that's worked against us. Forced me to kind of spam out some fishermen. Which hopefully will do me some good. I'm wondering if I can fit a gathering hut in here. Gather your no, your gatherers, yeah. I could, but it's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Yeah, I could, but on the other hand, it would be better than over here. Although they're perfect for gatherers, so look at that. Does block off channels to here. Would also be perfect. There's good. He is quite good. Could have another little resource gathering right over here, that would be nice. Okay, doing that. Got the bridge there. Got a bridge on that side wanting to be built, so I can get over here. Gather in the center. Forest is opposite it. Storage barn next to it, and hopefully, by the way, I'll get this built before I go to say goodbye again. And then I'll record another episode another day. 5x5, so I don't think the villager will get this built, but I'll get this mapped out at the very least. Hunting cabin and herbalist, and last but not least, another woodcutter. And then build that up to that, and then we'll see about building other things along there. So it's early spring. Still playing at 4 speed. And these fishing docks here, you and you, haven't got a handle on this one. Let's have a look at this one, which is your nearest partner, and you do have a little bit of an overlap. I mean, even this one. This one is kind of, you know, kicking your bums, guys. We'll let you go this year, and if you guys don't improve, I'm gonna have to knock one of you down. Move you down a bit. Got all of that building. What I'm gonna do is just tell them to come in and all these resources. I can't see a damn thing now though. Move resources. Let the foresters would take care of it. In hell, they've not even finished removing resources from there, so. Right, traders coming in. However, gonna have to pause it there. Hopefully, with my new sticky note system, I'll be able to record something a bit better next time. I've been Andy War, this has been Banished, thank you for watching.